1,900 kwacha if you're doing the thousand the hundred kwacha challenge. So 190 kwacha if you're doing the 10 kwacha challenge. 1,900 if you're doing the 100 kwacha challenge, and 19,000 kwacha if you are doing the 1,000 kwacha challenge. So this this week is one of those weeks where it's kind of in the middle of the month, and we just want to know how it's going. What's happening for you? Have you saved for the entire 19 weeks, or has this been one of those tough challenges where you've given up? What's the feedback? We've been going for a whole 19 weeks, and it's important for us to just check in and be each other's accountability partner and see that we are doing what we are supposed to be doing in terms of this challenge. So I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your questions. How has it been? Has it been easy? Has it been hard? What are some of the things that you have had to go through to make sure that you are on top of the challenge? So please let me know in the comments. You can comment right here and let me know, and let's see how we can help each other, keep each other accountable, and make sure that we are able to keep saving. I know there are people who have been with us from the beginning. Have you been saving all throughout, or has it been one of those where you started very well and now you are not doing too well? How has it been for you? Please let me know in the comments. On a personal level, it's been very tough for me. I have some weeks that I have to catch up on, but one of the things that I've done is that every week, no matter what, I save something. So if I know that maybe in week 18 I didn't do the entire 1,800, maybe I did 800 kwacha, then I know I've got 1,000 kwacha to catch up on. So some weeks are better than others. Injury week is the worst. This week is kind of also very bad. This month is tough as well because we've got school fees and all these things coming up. But at the end of the day, I know that I want to receive a certain amount of money after 52 weeks. So I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to give up. We're just going to keep going. And at the end of the day, we're going to be happy. So please let me know in the comments, how has it been for you? What are some of the challenges that you've had? Has it been easy? Are you doing it alone? How are you doing it? Priska, how are you doing? Would love to hear from you. How has been your experience so far? What's been your biggest win? What's been your biggest challenge? Hi, Stephanie. Welcome to the show.
Hi Stella, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How has the challenge been for you? It's week 19 now.
Yeah, I think I've not yet saved for this week.
Okay. You have 2 days.
I do, and I'm trying to wait so that, I have actually do make those payments. But how has it been for you?
It's getting tougher. It's getting tougher. So I was just saying earlier that for me, I think last week was one of those weeks where I didn't save in full. So I have to catch up. This week, I know I need to save for this week and for last week. But what happens is that when I have more, let's say in the week that I get paid, I save more. So this month is a bit tough because obviously we've got school fees, kids are going back to school, they need uniforms and things like that. But I think we just need to encourage each other.
Definitely.
So tell me, Stephanie, how are you saving? What method are you using?
Well, I said it the last time. I'm actually putting in my piggy bank, and obviously, also I've joined the the Chilimba system
Mm-hmm.
with some ladies that I trust from, well, these are people that I actually trust. So I'm keeping money in that way so that at least I'm accountable. There's money I need to save at the end of the day. So I've made myself busy with that.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I'm doing both as well. So I'm doing 20 patch out of the 100 I'm saving with my, a group of friends and I. And it's so interesting in that group, you know, some people will just post their deposit slip and you see they've saved up to week 25, and you're just thinking, oh my God, pressure, you know. So at
Mm-hmm.
least it encourages you because some people save more than others, and once they do, there's that effect in your head that, oh, I need to do this as well. You know, if others can do
Yes.
it, then I can do it. So I really love
I think
the.
for me, what has been keeping me is the thought that there are other people managing. You know, sometimes you get tempted to want to use the money, but you're thinking, if I do it now, look at my goals, and obviously also look at how I'll remain behind. I want to be there to celebrate with people and obviously show them. So, guys, here we are.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, if others can do it, then why can't I? I feel the same exact way because whenever I see someone else is saving, you know, I get all these random messages where like, oh, I'm doing your challenge, so I just saved for this week. And I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, if others can do it. I also like the idea of, you know, at the end of the year, there's so many things, you know, there's Christmas, you want to give gifts, you want to get new stuff in the new year. So the thought, like, just keeping the eyes on the ball and thinking at the end of the year, this is what I'm looking for. So let me keep my eyes on the ball. Stephanie, from the
Funny
time
how
that we
this
started,
week was. Yeah,
what are some
go
of the
ahead.
things that you have done to increase your income?
Okay. So I've opened a new business. I managed to open a new business, and yeah, it's going on well.
Okay, great. And what are some of the ways you've done to reduce your expenses? We spoke about this earlier in the year.
Great. So you know what? Obviously, on your way to work, you will see things. I've managed to reduce firstly on transport cost. So instead of running late, I ensure that you wake up early so that I catch time. Because if I don't wake up early, then I'm definitely going to use more on transport just to catch up with the time. Also, little expenses. If I could actually cook, then let me cook my lunch. Let me actually save on breakfast. Then yeah, I'm going to have one meal. If I'm going to buy, then let's look at the most important meal. Am I having breakfast for or is it going to be lunch? I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing. And it's working out well. So the little expenses also, Stella, buying in bulk has helped.
Yeah,
Now I'm talking about home budgeting. Most of the times you buy things daily, they consume your money. So you
yeah,
want to make sure you've bought in bulk so that the things that you regularly spend on, that money goes to saving. I've told you that I actually saving in Chilimba, Style, and also saving on my piggy bank. So it means I have to increase my finances. Because,
yeah,
at the end of the day, like you said, we've got school fees to pay, we've got people have rentals to pay, and there's also other family members you will need to help out. If you're helping family, do you stop saving? No, but of course reducing the cost.
exactly. Those are brilliant ideas. So on my end, I looked at my finances and I realized I was spending a lot on data. So I decided, okay, I'm going to get like a router, and then I'll be buying
Mhm.
data from there, and I'll carry it to work so that on my phone I've got access to that. So on that end, I also decided that because we've got Wi-Fi and you can watch stuff online, let me stop paying for DSTV, you know. So that's one of the biggest areas where I've saved because I'm no longer paying DSTV every month. I think another thing that we need to look at is check your subscriptions. Sometimes we subscribe to so many things, they just come out of your
Yeah.
account at the end of the month, you know. So check, what are you
So
subscribed to?
yeah.
Are you using those things, or can you remove those things? Because otherwise, you will keep on paying for things that you're not using. So it's very important to check what are the regular expenses that we have. If I know a thing in terms of saving for me that I'm thinking of is I have multiple bank accounts, and most of these have fees and things like that. So I want to reduce the number of bank accounts that I have so that I reduce the number of fees that I'm paying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those are the
Yeah,
things.
that's practical. If you can, yeah, save it in one account. But I think the few minutes we have, I think we could open the phone lines on 077 as well as get to read out other people's comments. One of the most common questions, Stella, I think people have been more than willing when they reach out, usually when I'm talking to people, is who do we give? Who do we give the money to? I want to save, but where's the account? How do I become part of it? I'm like, no, there's no account. If you give me,
I'll
don't
move
trust me
it.
so much.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep your money.
Exactly. So we encourage everybody to do this on their own because what we're trying to do, apart from saving, is to just bring in that accountability and discipline of saving. So if you can do it on your own for 52 weeks, you don't touch this money, then you would have built the discipline that you require to delay your gratification. Also, we are trying not to save this money in high risk areas. So don't lend to someone, don't put it in a business. What you put in a business or what you lend, that's like an investment. It's not really a saving. So at the end of the 52 weeks, when you have saved this money, you can then invest it either in a business or if you want to become a money lender, you can lend it out. But at this particular moment, we are only saving. So you can open like a no fees savings account or like a savings account on one of these mobile money platforms. If you wish, that's one of the areas that you could really do it. But you have to do it on your own. Money FM doesn't have a particular bank account, or I don't have a particular bank account where we're asking you to put the money. It is something that you're going to do on your own with your account so you have all the full control of it.
Mm.
I hope that does that answer your question?
It does. It does answer the question because trust me, with money, trust her with money, we all have challenges and we end
Yeah.
up, using your money and you will come through and, you will make names and everywhere on social media. But obviously, the best way to save is through you and you're the best person to keep your money. Trust yourself with that money. And I love because you're talking about building a discipline. It will build a nice culture. When you have money, Stella, and you don't have transport tomorrow, and the waste is actually where you're putting it. You could just climb right up on your banker and pick that, but you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it creates a certain discipline,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
actually
And
you will appreciate.
exactly. And I think the benefits of that outweigh the cost because at the end of the day, you'll be disciplined in all other areas because there's a common saying that how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you build a good habit in this one particular area, you'll be able to build good habits in all other areas. So this discipline that we are building in this particular few weeks is going to help us in all other areas in our life.
Mm. On that note, do we have comments, Stella, on the other side?
Let me just check. So yes, there's a comment from Sofian. Can we have it on the screen? Sofian says, "Is keeping money in mobile money beneficial with the withdrawal charges?" Hmm. That's an interesting statement. Obviously, you have to
Mhm.
weigh your options. Um, it's one of the expensive ways when you want to withdraw, but you have to weigh your options. Accessibility, do you want accessibility, or would you rather put it in a bank, and which bank account? I think on that end it becomes a personal decision because sometimes mobile money is good even though the charge is high with the withdrawal. Maybe you have more access, and then sometimes banks are good because the charges may be lower, so you have to decide what works for you. I don't know, Stephanie, do
And
you
for
have comments
me,
on that?
yes, I do. For me, I want to focus on the fact that it might be a little bit risky on your part, you who's even using that, because you might get prompted to use it quickly, especially if you went broke out of talk time. Because look, you're moving with the money all the time. You've not left it somewhere. So in that space, it's a risk firstly on your part. You might want to put it in a bank account. Maybe it's safe there, especially if you're not the quick dial type, because mobile money, unless you put it in a savings scheme on your mobile money so that
Yeah.
it's there and you cannot really retrieve it. But if it's just in your regular account, what happens is that the money that you have in your mobile money, so the people that send you money regularly, so as you withdraw, that money continues to depreciate as well. So you might want to rethink that one. It's not really one of the good ways I could advise you. I don't know, but yeah, your
Yeah.
money will reduce.
I agree with you, Stephanie. Completely. If you're always with it, so maybe the only option that you could have for mobile money is if you have a separate SIM card that's just for the saving and you keep it at home or something. But otherwise, like Stephanie has rightly mentioned, there's a lot of commingling. So if you have a business, someone sends you mobile money, you have maybe a friend sends you mobile money, you're sending to someone, you run out of data, all these things, we're using our mobile money. So it may not be the best place to save, as Stephanie has rightly pointed out. Sofian, I hope that answers your question. If you have a follow up, please let us know. Do we have any other questions or comments on Facebook? So we do not. Okay, so next week is week 20. Please join Stephanie and myself, same time, right here on Money FM, and let's keep encouraging each other.
And from us to you, it's continue saving. You're not alone. We are together. Until next week, it's bye from me and Stella. Have a good day.
Bye.